Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, the Total Stick Network is proud to present the Total Stick Cast. Now buckle up and enjoy the unscripted, unadulterated neurosis with your host, Paul Johnson!
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's me, and with me this week, as always, the unparalleled, uninhibited Ryan Blair.
Woot.
Yeah, and returning after
I don't
a
even
mighty...
know what that was.
Well, I don't know either, but you ruined my intro. Returning after a mighty hiatus, he's the official DM of the Total Stick Quest, musician and beard aficionado, it's Terry Savage!
Heyo! I'm back!
Welcome back, Terry! How the hell is it going?
I was gone for a month and a half. I left December 2nd, and I got back last Saturday. So that was the 12th of January. So that's a freaking long time to be gone.
Yes,
so,
it is.
Yeah. I spent a week and a half on the train and got to Montreal. Had to put the train away, did some maintenance on the train. So I was in a hotel for a week and a half in Montreal. And then I had my friend drive me across the border Friday night on the 21st. Down to New York State to a place called Plattsburgh. And I flew out of the airport there because it's like $300 cheaper than flying out of Montreal because of Canadian taxes. So it was my first time flying with Spirit, which I've heard lots of horror stories. It wasn't too bad.
And you didn't die.
I didn't die. The plane didn't crash. It was like flying in a giant banana. I got to, and I caught a red eye. I left at like 2:50 in the morning out of Plattsburgh. That was like the first major red eye I took, and man, I don't want to take a red. I'd fly on Spirit again. I wouldn't take a red eye again. And then I spent like 14 days with my wife, which never gets to happen. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was very nice, and I should have kept a food diary because man, the stuff I ate. I said so much good food, so much good food.
Half
and
of
I
what
cooked.
I was gonna say half of what you come
gumbo
back with those trips from is just food tales. Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah, definitely. I got to cook the gumbo under her mother's guise. Well, not guys, but under her mother's instruction. I made the roux and added all the stuff and the seasonings and then stirred and the crab claws and the crab meat and and then lots of peel and eat shrimp, lots of boudin, if you know what boudin is.
No idea.
No, it's like a sausage, except it's kind of rice-based, seasoned rice and pork in a sausage, right? So you're able to like squirt it out of the sausage onto a cracker, put some cocktail sauce on it if you want. It's really good.
I don't know. Sausage in a can doesn't sound appetizing.
No.
I didn't say can. You squeeze it out of the sausge, right?
Yeah.
It's stuffed. You squeeze it onto a cracker.
I was gonna
I
say
say
My mind went right away to being a sausage in a can.
Why?
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
that
weird.
would be. I mean, they got lots of stuff in a can, but hopefully they don't have sausage in a can anywhere because I don't know.
Vienna.
And then for like Christmas dinner, we had like smoked brisket. And then like later on, we had a boil with andouille sausage and shrimp and corn and onions and shallots. It was a boil. And then on New Year's, we had smoked turkey stuffed with boudin. And then we were going out. We went to a hibachi grill thing. What do you call that? Where they do the thing beside the table.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm drawing. It's on the tip of my tongue, and I'm drawing complete.
It's not Benihana. It's you know what I mean? Yeah, that.
Yeah, that thing. Okay.
Went for that thing, and it was just delicious food in Orlando. Everywhere you go, it's some of the best Tex-Mex tacos I've ever had. Just so good. Oh, from a place called Gringo Locos.
Ooh, nice.
So if you're ever in Orlando, go to Gringos. It's some of the best drunk Mexican Tex-Mex food you can get.
Okay.
It's good. It's so good. And then we went to like a brewery, and then we like went to a bunch of parties. We went to Disney Springs and got like totally cocktail drunk. Went to like the Indiana Jones bar, and then to like 20s, the 20s bar there. You ever play BioShock, the original one?
No, I never got it.
Oh, it looked a lot like that. Kind of old fancy Rapture kind of stuff. It was really cool. And then we went to the Irish bar, and since it was like the 24th, I think it was Christmas. Was it Christmas Eve? No, it was the 23rd. They had all the dancers going and stuff, like the guy out in the center stage doing all the Irish foot dancing and stuff. Oh, it was so cool. It was awesome. Nice. Yeah, I had a great time. Here the weirdest thing was. So it was my the second time I got to spend New Year's with my wife. So the first time she had it up in Canada. This time I got to spend it in the States. And Americans just fire their fireworks off willy-nilly on New Year's. Once it's dark, they start going. Pop, 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 pop. And I'm like, that is weird. She's like, well, what do you do? I'm like, in Canada, everybody waits until midnight and then fires them off like proper damn human beings.
Yeah. Like civilized people.
Yeah, she's like, nope, people can't hold it in down here.
Well, I suppose it's better fireworks than guns.
Well, yeah, it was Florida.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it was great. And then I flew back to Montreal after all that was done, and then I worked there for a week, and then I just got back Saturday. And when I landed, definitely when I woke up that morning, I was like, I have the sick. Oh no. Landed in Calgary and found out they forgot to load the plane with our luggage. Like the whole damn plane.
Wow.
I read that. What the hell?
I was like, how the fuck do you do that? There's like 50 of us standing around the carousel being like, well, did they lose it mid-flight somehow? Nope, they just forgot to load it on.
Yeah,
I still got it that
special
night.
kind of stupid.
Special kind of stupid.
Yeah.
I still got it around 8 p.m. that night. And the only good thing was that I had all my groceries delivered to me because I use online shopping. Woo.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
I love doing that. So it's like the moment I land, then they bring me my food. And I'm like, yeah.
Nice. I've contemplated online shopping. I've heard of it. And I get so much delivered via Amazon anyways with like toilet paper and different papered goods like that. So, and I now have an Alexa since last time we spoke. So I've become even more dependent on technology. So...
One day I'll get on that train.
Yeah. I find it more useful than I expected. So I've got a couple smart light bulbs. It's interesting.
Yeah, and in other news, I did get a promotion. Woo! So
yeah.
I'll be traveling less. I shall have more time. Though probably less time because I'm not going to have a regular office job. That means I got to get up, go to work, put on my pants, put on my shirt, drink my coffee, make my lunch, all that stuff, right?
Yeah,
like a regular jerk off.
You don't work 20 feet from your bedroom now.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't work 20 feet from my bedroom anymore. But I unpacked for the first time in 7 years the other day.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
I got a little emotional. I'm like, I'm home. It's so exciting.
I don't blame you. Shit.
Yeah, usually you come home and I'm home for a week. Why bother unpacking? Like, I just lived out of my toiletry kit in a little suitcase all the time. Just, did some laundry, changed some things out, and go back on the plane.
But you're actually staying this time, which means you'll be around here a lot more, right?
I will, yes, a lot more. I still have to do trips here and there. I might have to do another trip to Montreal in a couple weeks. And then a trip to St. Louis at the end of February. Because we're building a new train. And I am now on the project, so I get to go to St. Louis where it's being built.
Oh,
that'd be
very
cool.
So,
yeah.
Yes. And speaking of trains today, I got a tour through the Heritage Fleet at the company I work for. So it's like you think it's fancy, there's posh things out there, and then you get on one of these trains and you're like, oh. Oh, yeah, you don't want to touch anything. Even the air smells fancy. Like, oh man, like I've got a Bed Bath & Beyond candle burning right now, but it didn't smell anything like this train. Ooh, yeah. Right? It's like, and all the wood in this room is mahogany, and I'm like, mahogany. Oh, shit. Right. So I found out Yeah, it's like you could take it out for a bachelor party for like to Banff and back, but it's $77,000 a day.
Oh, that's it. I'll take a week.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I need 34 people to pitch in $2,000 and we could all go for a ride.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna run it by my wife and be like, "Hey, you want to do like a combined bachelor party for our real wedding?" And we could do that.
There you go.
We can like do it the day before and just be like, "Woo!" Also, open bar when you're on there, so because you're already paying $77,000.
That's nuts. That is nuts.
It should be like just an open fucking vault where you can come scoop gold up and put it in your pockets on the way out.
Jesus, yeah, it's like I wouldn't be surprised if you go into the next train car and it's just like Scrooge McDuck just loaded with coins.
Yeah,
I would definitely like to meet the person who rents that train for a day and just slap them. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know, I mean, $77,000. Like,
but you'd rent it for something very special, though.
Yeah,
and it wouldn't be your only $77,000 investment that year either.
No, but I mean, obviously something special. You're not just like, hey, it's Saturday, let's go and blow $100,000 on a 2-hour train ride. I mean, obviously, but I mean, it's still, I mean, to have that kind of cash for a special day. So what's a special day? A wedding? Well, how much are you spending on your wedding that you're okay spending $77,000 on a train ride?
right. It's...
But I just can't.
If you took like 34 people and you split it up, it's like, hey man, do you want to spend $2,000 on like the best day of your life?
Yeah.
See, but even that, I don't think I could justify $2,000.
No, I could. You haven't seen it. Like the dining table is so fancy.
That's fair.
Yeah. Okay. So like, you know how you like sit down and you have your water glass at a restaurant. This table had 5 different glasses. I counted. I don't know what they were for. It's kind of like how you have your salad fork, dinner fork, dessert fork. No, there was like stuff I had never seen on this dining table. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, I guess before I open my big mouth, I would have to see it. But, you know, I think I wouldn't kick out the 77, but yeah, maybe $2,000 would be... for something special might be a good time.
Yeah, I mean, $2,000 can be, you know, like a fancy hotel weekend kind of thing. So, I mean, that's not much to spend for an experience like that.
No,
I am no longer traveling, which means I don't have to eat at restaurants all the time. I'm gonna have access to my gym, and I'm gonna come out of this looking like Arnold.
Nice. Or like Terry Crews, who we talked about in our Patreon mini-sode that we did before this.
He does intermittent fasting, and so do I. So,
we'll check that out. Yeah, I think I might have read something like that about him. Yeah. He eats on weird schedules or something like that. Yeah,
I eat on a weird schedule too. So.
Yeah, I think I knew that. What's your eating thing about?
Noon to 8, right? So I start eating at noon, and I finish eating at 8.
Okay. Huh. Well then. I do that if I smoke too much in the morning. So Ryan, any updates from the crack house?
Wait, what?
This is something Terry doesn't know about.
Yeah, no, I live in a crack shack.
Well, that's interesting.
No, nothing, nothing really that I can think of. It's been quiet. It's been nice.
I'm not sure if that's good news or bad news if it's quiet.
Oh no, it's good news. Yeah, I know this place has been kind of special since I moved in. I think we're getting a new washing machine. I guess they had coin-op machines in there before, and a crackhead broke them trying to steal the quarters out. And so there was no machines for about a month. And and so he got new machines in, and then I'm the first one to go do the laundry. Washer fills up and then shits the bed.
Aww.
So that was just before Christmas. And so the water has been sitting in there since then. And it stinks so bad.
Oh, nasty.
So, I mean, apparently we're getting another machine.
Yeah, that's no good.
Well, you know, which I'm happy about. I don't want him to get this one fixed. because now that it's been sitting there and there's that stench coming from it, that's going to be in the washer for life. So you go to wash your clothes in it, and now your clothes are gonna stink like this mildewy, moldy shit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of happy that he's getting a different machine in there, because that would suck, ruining your clothes like that. But yeah, other than that, no, I got it's been quiet.
Okay, fun.
Yeah.
Well, last week.
No news is good news.
Yeah, no news is good news in your case. Yeah. So last week I broke my golden rule, and I mentioned something before doing it. And I never mention things before doing them, because if I mention things before doing them, they don't work. And I'm sure that can't technically be true. That's not how the universe works, I would like to think, but it seems to always work that way. And, well, it happened again, because last week I mentioned that I might have a part in a psychological thriller, just a short film here in the city. And
congratulations.
Then, hold on. So then Wednesday, gonna go up there to shoot. And I'm talking to the guy beforehand, and people who have listened for a long time probably know I don't have my license. I don't drive anywhere. And it turns out that he needed me to drive. So
in the
movie, if you're gonna have a vehicle full of cameras and stuff like that, you're probably gonna get pulled over. So it's a good idea if you actually have a license.
That is good.
So, so that fell through. And you know why it fell through? It's not because I don't have my license. It's because I mentioned it before it happened! So, yeah. So, I broke my golden rule, and I mentioned it before it happened, and it didn't happen. So, that's
that'll learn you.
Yeah.
Well, that's too bad.
And,
that's how you sounded excited about that.
I was. It made me sad. So, that's the thing that didn't happen after all. So, if anybody heard last week's episode, I talked about that, and yeah, didn't happen. Terry, have you listened to any of the episodes since you've been away?
I was listening to half of one when I was down in Florida, but actually I have not been on any podcast kind of kick at all, because I was like at my wife and just busy all the time. So,
fair enough.
I haven't listened to anything, except for Calgary's 1060 AM, which is a comedy channel, which is good. So.
Yes, I know 1060 AM. Yeah. Nice.
Yes.
Okay. This isn't really a story, but I feel compelled to bring it up, and I have no idea why, and it's probably going to be a huge waste of time. But I saw a guy on the train the other day, and he has so much of a story that I just want to, I don't know if I want to speculate about it, or just mention that this guy's out there in the world. So I get on the train, and he's sitting there, and he's got this little, Bluetooth speaker, because there's no wires connected to it. So he's got this little Bluetooth speaker, and he's got music just coming out of it. It's not even good. It's just, tacky, high-pitched twang. You can't understand anything. So he's got this speaker on his lap, blaring away. Obviously, the burden of the whole train, right? You don't, this fucking guy, right? Now, I got my headphones on, so he's not really impacting my life that much, so, whatever. But everybody's kind of staring at him. He's being a pain in the ass. He keeps falling asleep and then dropping the speaker, and then he jolts himself awake, and he goes down, picks up the speaker, gets back up, and falls asleep again. So I get a look. I move through the train gradually, and I get a look at this guy's face, and he's not disheveled, in the way that a homeless person would be, but he's, excessively, I guess, punk rock in this, really kind of old school way. He's dressed kind of in layers that all kind of coincide. He's very, very beat. His fucking lips all cracked open. His eyelid is drooping in this weird injury. Cartilage is broken inside of it kind of way, and there's blood on his nose. So I'm wow, this guy has not had a good trip. But he's got a mohawk at the same time, and he kind of looks like he's probably not necessarily 100% homeless. It's weird. You know what I mean? So, I'm examining this guy. I'm yeah, you got a fucking story. So, meanwhile, though, I guess what I've left out of this, I don't know if intentionally or otherwise, but, so what he's listening to on this little speaker, because this is what got me about this whole picture, because now you know what he looks like. What he's listening to is, early 2000s, I don't want to say pop rock, because maybe that's, but we're looking at, Headley kind of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, so, it didn't match him. It's not what you thought he would be listening. It sounded like what you thought the girl that was waiting for him was listening to.
Oh, God.
I don't even know how to, and it was just such a picture. I don't know. I thought, yeah, it was a picture. It stuck with me.
And how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like that man needs love. Like some things happen in his life that maybe he didn't anticipate or was fully prepared for. And they really took him off guard. Give him a hug. Well, I thought so. Okay, I thought so. But for the same reason that nobody commented on the music, I mean, he looked like three people had woken him up in his life: his mother, his father, and a prison guard, and he killed all of them. Like he didn't look like somebody he wanted to disturb. So I didn't feel like getting shanked on the train. Yeah, I didn't feel like getting shanked on the train. He was sleeping. A hug starts off as random molestation from a stranger at first, before it turns into a hug. A hug is consensual.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not lying.
But you're also not telling the truth.
Well, I'm not. I can't believe you're so. You have such a sticking point about that. Do you hug strangers?
You know what? Yeah.
Have you walked up and hugged a stranger? I don't think I have.
Really, I'm just trying to feel some boobs up against me. But
well, actually, you know what? During the Olympics in Vancouver, everybody was hugging everybody. No one was a stranger, but everyone was a stranger.
Okay.
Well, see, there you go. It's a thing.
Yeah.
You're behind the times, Paul. Get with it.
I guess so. I'm sorry. I'll go hug a stranger right now. I'll be right back. So I'm trying. I'm moving on. By the way, that was my smooth segue. I'm trying desperately to keep the Happy News podcast going.
Woo! Happy News.
And there's challenges. There's been challenges. Running out of music and people who answer me quickly enough. Challenges like that and stuff. So, but in the process of researching for it this past week, I came across something that I didn't know was even a possibility. And I think they really need to rename it if they want people to take it seriously. But it was the Great Molasses Flood. Does anybody know about this? Or are we going to have a history corner?
History corner.
Okay, so we're doing it. So, the Great Molasses Flood. First of all, that sounds a little bit like a Pixar movie. So I wasn't sure how bad it could possibly be. Like, I wasn't thinking this was a big deal. Like, why are people still talking about it? It happened January 15th, 1919. Okay, in Boston, Massachusetts. So, obviously, I had to, the same thing that compels me to watch a movie and sit there and Google all the people in the movie while I'm watching it, made me have to learn more about this disaster. Obviously, it's not positive news, but I stumbled across it, so I'm like, let's find out more. So I just want to make sure neither one of you have heard of this, right?
No.
Okay, fair enough. So, like I said, Boston, Massachusetts. This giant tank of molasses, 2.3 million gallons. I have all this in front of me. I didn't memorize it, by the way. 2.3 million gallons of molasses, okay? Sat there, and it got heated up in the sun, and this, that, and the other thing, and it freaking produced all these gases in the chamber, as you can imagine, and it wasn't vented properly because 1919. Right? So it sat there and it built up pressure and pressure and pressure until these 2.3 million gallons of molasses exploded at 35 miles per hour. Molasses.
Oh, shit.
Okay?
Yeah.
Out of the tank. I think it was a 25-foot wall at its peak. Yeah, right, 25 feet at its peak. Okay, so it was taking shit down, moving cars. It killed 21 people and injured 150. Okay, this is molasses. Okay, so
this is not a story you'd think you'd hear about molasses.
No, it's just not. This isn't a thing I ever imagined happened in the world, and this was a real thing. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Have fun with that. It wiped out. I'm just trying to figure out what it affected like an entire area, basically. It was a very poor neighborhood because it was right next to a molasses factory, surprise, surprise. And there was a lot of people living in basements and that kind of stuff who flooded. And that's how a lot of those people that died. Because things flooded, they couldn't get out, this, that, and the other thing. Here's a great quote. So they say, it collapsed at approximately 12:30 p.m. Witnesses reported that they felt the ground shake and heard a roar as it collapsed. A long rumble similar to the passing of an elevated train. Others reported a tremendous crashing, a deep growling, a thunderclap-like bang, and machine gun-like sound as rivets shot out of the tank.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Like, oh my fucking god. Several blocks were flooded to a depth of 2 to 3 feet, they say here, after it receded. Like, after it calmed down from being a 35-mile-an-hour wave.
I will never underestimate molasses again.
No.
Right?
No.
So, I thought that was a thing that people should know about, because now anybody listening to this is definitely going to look that shit up and find out more.
Yeah, I know I will be.
Because I would have to. Yeah, that's the Great Molasses Flood. There was also a London beer flood that I found out about along a similar line. That reminds me, I was going to ask is anybody drinking? Because I don't drink alcohol, but I know both of you do. I smoke now before the show, openly, because it's legal now, so whatever.
I'm taking a break until April. So,
oh, are you?
Okay. Nope. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've got my trusty glass of water, and that's all
really?
I'm sipping on. Yes.
Oh, wow, I made both of you able to be complete raving alcoholics, and this is what you give me in return. Okay, I'm so sorry.
Well, this is probably like the one and only time. Well, look at the last recording we just did. I was half cut through it.
Yeah.
So
fair enough. And there's episodes where I can hear you get progressively drunker throughout the course of the episode, so that's fine.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Yeah, that's definitely a thing.
Yeah. Okay, well then, I think you have, let's break this up with a regular segment. You have a word and a quiz. Let's maybe start with the word. I think I want your word first.
I don't know what it is. I'm having such a hard time coming up with quizzes, and I don't know why. I really don't.
Oh, no.
So, but I did. I mean, I still came through, right? But yeah, and of course, the words of the day for me are easy because that's a fun one. So, the word of the day is tin tittle.
Tin tittle.
What? Tin tittle?
Tin tittle. Right.
So, tin tittle. But Terry, please don't define this. Don't look it up.
Oh, okay. I won't.
I'll explain that call back in a minute.
Okay.
Tin tittle is the sound. You know how in Hollywood they use those large sheets of like it's a cross between tinfoil and sheet metal almost to produce the sound of thunder?
Yes.
The sound that's made by that, the higher tones and the percussive sound that's made by that is known as tin tittle. Just really as a silly word and kind of a play on the very tin, composite that created the sound in the first place. So I mean, these Foley guys will work long hours into the night trying to get just the right levels on tin tittle, coming off of the boards before they actually, call it complete. And the sound actually wraps on a film. So yeah, so that's what tin tittle is.
Wow, I'm actually impressed.
Thank you.
That's yet another word that you got wrong. Yeah. No. Again, as usual.
How wrong am I?
Well, okay. You're very wrong. As both of us usually are with our words of the week. What a tin tittle is? It is a witty retort you think of too late.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Wonderful. I'm going to have to try to use that. What was last week's word again? Mellifluous.
Mellifluous.
Yes.
Just
tin
fun
tittle
to
is
say.
kind of mellifluous. Yeah.
Tin tittle is kind of mellifluous.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember these and work them into
unless you're a tids optimist.
Unless you're a tids optimist, yeah. Hey,
unless
Terry!
You're a tids optimist.
Yeah.
Do you know what mellifluous is?
No, I don't.
Okay, well here for your whatever they call that christening bullshit word. I think you should have to bullshit this word. So why don't you tell me what it means?
Okay, say it again.
Mellifluous.
Can you use it in a sentence?
No.
No.
I think it would say too much.
Is it when someone's being really poopy, kind of like misanthropic?
Okay. Any more?
Isn't that's sort of what I said? I thought it might be.
It's kind of like so you have to say it again. I keep losing it in my head.
Mellifluous.
Mellifluous. I can't even say that. Mellifluous. You're being. It's like someone's just like crossing their arms and going hump. It's like you're being really mellifluous right now.
Okay. Almost like indignant, but sassy indignant.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I'll give you that for your first one because we really put you on the spot. Okay. Mellifluous is not even close to that. No. Mellifluous is a word or a sound that is musical or like melodic. So like somebody's voice could be nearly mellifluous. Or it wouldn't even be nearly, it would be mellifluous because it would be melodic. Yeah. Or a sound or a bird singing could be mellifluous. Yeah. Ta-da! So that's the thing we do to screw with each other's heads every week.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Moving on to my quiz then. So I was watching. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so this, me and Terry will both be answering you, and we're competing against each other now.
Yeah. Okay. So I was watching Netflix today, and I was watching a movie documentary type thing called Life After Porn.
Okay.
So just, where porn stars have gone and, things after their careers in porn, etc., etc. Anyways, so I came up with a Playboy quiz.
Oh my.
So, yeah, so that was it's relatively G-rated, so,
yeah, okay.
So I came up with a Playboy quiz. So the question number 1. Okay. What year was Playboy founded? Was it 1957, 1953, 1950, or 1962?
1953.
I'll say 50.
53 is the winner.
Hey!
Really? Did you know that?
No, I didn't, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, one for 1-0.
Uh-oh, I'm losing. Okay.
You usually do.
That's not a lie.
So, as of 2017, how many issues of Playboy are there? Is it 321,315, 175,752, 92,908, or 412,778?
Wow.
That was a lot of numbers just thrown at me. I got to hear them again.
Yeah, I was going to say that too.
Okay, so then we'll just go, instead of all the exact numbers, so was it 320,000, 175,000, 412,000, or 92,000?
175,000?
That's what I was going to say. I'm just trying to put that into perspective.
Well, you can have the same answer.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go with that. Fuck, my second is
175,000?
Yeah.
It's actually 321,315.
Fucking serious?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Playboys.
That's a lot. Yep. Yeah, no doubt. Is there anything
because
else
it's not just.
Go ahead.
Well, no, that's just Playboy, and you got to realize Playboy is not just the U.S., right, or Canada or North America. Like they've got like German Playboy magazine.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, that's what I mean by everything else.
That includes that includes Playboy World Round. Yeah.
Okay.
Worldwide,
wow.
not World Round. Okay.
Yeah, World Round. Yeah.
Okay. Now, question number 3. Okay. How much did Hugh Hefner pay to start Playboy?
$1.
Is it? I'd buy that for $1. Is it $750?
Oh, okay.
$1,250, $100, or $1,000?
I want to go for the lowest one here, Bob.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, 100.
Was actually $1,000.
Oh,
that he got on loan from his mother.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
So
she
she
paid her
said,
back.
Yeah.
I don't think he could afford it. The magazine didn't do very well. I mean, come on now. All right. Next question.
Okay.
What month was the first issue published? Was it in February, April, August, or December?
Wow. Can I hear them again quickly?
Sure. Was it February, April, August, or December?
August.
April.
December. December. Okay. So far, the Playboy quiz isn't going well.
No.
Oh, no.
It's 1-0, right? And I'm
Yeah,
losing.
it is 1-0, and you're losing out. Okay, so second last question. How many copies did the first issue sell? Was it 50,000, 15,000, 25,000, or 8,000?
25,000.
Well, I mean, I want to say 8,000 because it's the first issue, but yeah, like, okay, what are my first two options?
So you have 50,000, 15,000, 25,000, and 8,000.
Let's say 15.
It was actually 50,000. It was like 52,000 copies.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So which is crazy because I mean I would agree with you there. I mean it's the first run of a magazine, right?
Yeah. With money
But
he borrowed
yeah.
from his mother.
Yeah.
Imagine him running around with a little radio flyer going neighbor to neighbor. Do you want to see some babies? You know, like
And
I don't know.
it was the first issue cost 50 cents.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
so that's
then.
kind of neat. All right, last question. Okay, it's time you redeem yourself here, Paul.
Okay.
How old was Hugh Hefner when he died? Was he 91, 93, 87, or 95?
87.
When he died? That was
Yeah.
just last year.
Yeah, but how old was he? Yeah.
Okay, wait. Give me again. Give him again.
91, 95, 87, 93.
It was 93.
He was 91.
Ah!
Oh, Billy.
He was 91.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow,
and that's
we did
it.
really
That's all
bad,
I-
Terry.
Yeah.
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 I don't know Playboy at all, so.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Well, we never know what we're going to be quizzed on, so generally we don't know
Right.
the topic well enough anyway, so...
No, it's true. No,
Last
it's true.
week it was all about soda pop.
Yeah, what did I got? I got 3 out of 6 or 2 out of 6, something like
I
that,
don't
right?
remember anymore. I think,
Right,
yeah,
but
you
I
did do
think
well.
I think we average about 30% of getting them right of the full quizzes. So, yeah.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
do great, no. So,
All right.
well then. That went not well. Not well at
And
all.
well, that one I think, and as I'm reading that quiz out loud, it's a lot of numbers, and I didn't even think too much about that, right? Like, but it's a lot of numbers,
It is.
It
is.
So,
Okay.
whereas most stuff that we've done hasn't been a numbers thing, so that was a little bit different as compared to the other ones we've done.
True. So does anybody have anything they want to shill for this week?
Oh, so I am starting up
Terry does.
the Savage Beard Company. I made some of my own beard oils for Christmas presents for people.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
so once I get a little bit more capital back, I'll be making some more and then selling them, and then get a website going because my drummer's a graphic designer, so she made some of the labels. So it was really good. I got like 3 different flavors. I have Beast, Durango, and Suave.
Well then.
Ooh.
There we go.
Yeah,
Also,
nice,
might as well shill
nice.
for my drummer. My drummer's graphic designer page is called Nibiru Designs. So check her out if you want any like kind of t-shirts or logos or something made. She does all the stuff, so she can just whip you up a band metal logo in no time,
Cool.
Okay, awesome. And how do you spell that for the website?
Nibiru, Nibiru.
Okay, awesome.
The Bureau Designs.
Did you ever come with a legitimate chill life? Holy shit.
And then as for my own chill life, my wife got me a bunch of beard products. So I'm chilling my own beard products, and then this other stuff she got called Grave Before Shave. And she got me like a beard brush and some beard wash and some other... Oh, it smells delicious. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. So
okay, then.
If you don't want to buy my stuff, buy this stuff. So
yeah.
Not that you can buy my stuff right now.
I'm just wondering, Paul, can you grow a beard?
Yes, I can.
Can you?
Well, I don't know how far it would go if left uncontrolled, but I have had like a little strokeable tuft that comes down and like I've had that.
Okay. Yeah, you just don't strike me as the type that could grow a beard. Like maybe 4 hairs would grow out of your face, and that would be about it.
There's pictures of me. I mean, it does look like highly evolved pubic hair, but highly evolved. I mean...
Oh, no, I just,
Yeah, not simple pubic hair. No. I'll send you a picture of me with pubic hair someday. With pubic hair. Facial hair. That's what I was trying to think of, with facial hair someday. Yeah, for sure.
So I can tell people I got a picture of the human toilet's pubic hair.
Yeah, there we go. I called myself a human toilet several episodes ago. Terry. And I have yet to live it down.
No, and you won't. I mean, I can't let it pass.
No, why would you? Why would you? Is it too early to discuss the vague future of the stick quest, Terry?
The vague future of the stick quest? Well, I'm actually looking at it right now. I just bought the Horde of the Dragon Queen module. One of these days, I got to set it up. We got to do some character creation for you guys. You can bring Angel over, or we get Ryan to create a character.
Ryan may not be joining us. Is that true, Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay, we will be. It's okay.
Then.
Yeah, it's okay, Ryan. You don't have to be sad.
I'm failure.
Go ahead.
I'm a failure. I'm letting the team down.
Well, we can do a combination of Captain Jack and Angel fight Dragon Queen.
I have somebody.
Oh, you got somebody?
Yes, I have somebody though.
Who dat?
We will bring him about mysteriously, but he expressed interest in this a while ago, which is how I was able to allow Ryan an out, because otherwise I'd be telling him right now, my entire D&D campaign relies on you, so if this is going to happen, you should, grow in enthusiasm. But that's not going to have to happen. So,
thank God.
No, a gentleman I've known for about 15 years now. So, he knows secrets about me, so I'm really, really scared to have him around. He will be joining us. He's a D&D. He has a past with D&D. He enjoys D&D and is very excited to play D&D with us. So,
I'm just trying to load up this. It's a really big module. I hope it works. I just bought it 5 minutes ago. So.
Oh, okay. Since we've been doing this, while we've been recording. Okay. Yeah. So he will. We'll probably do an episode to introduce him along the line or something. I need to. I'll still give him the official word on a date because we haven't decided that ourselves.
Yes.
So.
I'm just.
So what's the name of that again?
Horde of the Dragon Queen. It's a full-on module on Roll20, so I don't have to do any work except funny voices.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, that's the way to do her. Brought to you by Wizards of the Coast.
Okay, so how much of this is going to be visual for us versus is a lot of it going to be just spoken, or are we going to have, because at the end of the stick quest we had last time we had maps and stuff on our screen, and we were walking through stuff in real time, and so how's that going to look this time? Do you have any ideas?
That's I'm trying to load into it. It's not loading, so I'm.
Oh, that's what this will give you, too.
Yes.
This will.
Loading,
okay.
Loading, rolling 1d20, hatching dragons. It must be a really freaking big module because it's taking forever to load. But it says it comes with all the maps and stuff, and cool. It's just a big picture of a dragon.
Okay.
So, wow, there's a whole. Oh my goodness, I have my work cut out for me.
Well then.
All
okay.
right.
Well, I guess
Tracking
you
the
will.
raiders.
We'll get back to that.
Yes.
Get back to that. Yeah. So meanwhile, you can find in your feed wherever you're looking at this. You can just scroll down from this a little ways, just right down there, and then you'll find, yeah, it's right there. Yeah, perfect, right there. You'll find other D&D from Season 1 that we did.
That was fun.
Other episodes from Season 1, and there's 3 episodes up there right now. That takes about 3 hours, plus there's some other bonus content, including little tours of the lands and things like that you can listen to. Some stuff that was previously unavailable in your podcast feed. In fact, that was only available at everythingpaul.com before. So now, or .net, my bad. So I don't have got .com money, fuck. So yeah. So there's some fancy stuff over there.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited that you're excited. It's a really good sign if your DM is excited.
Oh my goodness!
Okay.
This map is this is a freaking wonderful map.
Oh, I can't wait to learn more. Okay, talk about teaser material. Wow, it's generally bad podcasting to talk about things people can't see, but this is getting me excited, and I can't see it. So, okay. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, lots of bonus content on Patreon, too. We have different extended cuts of certain episodes and monthly episodes, or weekly episodes. Sorry, Terry's excitement has me just shaking here. Weekly episodes. Dear fucking God. Weekly episodes every Monday that are mini-sodes that are only available to our Patreons. So there you go. Take that. I almost got that out in one piece. Good God. So check us out on Patreon. It's patreon.com/TSC podcast. Of that, I'm sure, at least. So, there we go. Dear God. So what's going on your end, Terry? It sounds super duper exciting.
All these maps, and it comes all pre-populated with tokens. It's like I can move people. Well, not yet. I kind of have to relearn Roll20.
Okay.
It's very exciting. And I also have to figure out how you make your character sheets again because it's been so long. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
And it's cool because this is the one I have the book for. So I've played about 3 levels of this, so I kind of know what happens a little bit. So I'm excited to play it as, Captain Jack.
Yeah.
Look, I can move this kobold around. Ain't that fun? Little kobold around. Okay.
I think you're excited. What other housekeeping do I have to deal with? Because I was thinking we could almost get out of here sometime soon. But what other housekeeping was I thinking of?
Have you seen this video?
Go ahead. What video?
This video, and I meant to bring it up on our last recording, but I wasn't in the best health.
Yes.
But I don't know if you've seen this video on Facebook about the cop in Lethbridge and the deer.
I've avoided it on purpose.
Yeah, I was absolutely disgusted watching that. Right?
Yeah, I'm sure I would be too.
Right, and then so the chief of police, he issues a statement, there's a video of it, and he's basically saying that the cop gets to stay on active duty while they're doing an investigation, right? Which is mind blowing to me.
Yeah.
Right, because even the chief said, it's common practice, typical practice to use their gun and just euthanize the animal, right? I mean,
right.
What else are you gonna do? But so he doesn't know of anybody ever using a vehicle to run over an animal repeatedly, right? And so he's like the investigator, the department that does the investigation. They're going to be looking into any policies and or whatever, right? And I'm like, I don't think there's a policy that says run over the damn thing.
Yeah,
like I don't understand what was going through this guy's head, right? Like, I mean, why wouldn't you use your gun?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's gone quite viral. And it's reaching across Canada and the world, whatever. But yeah, no, I was really shocked. And I know cops get a really tough rap sometimes with, using excessive force or, whatever, right? But like this is just, I mean, I can't wrap my head around what the possible reason could be to have dealt with it that way. Like, you know, a cop using excessive force, well, they got to deal with a lot of crazies, right? You know, and they're concerned for their safety, and so maybe they use excessive force, you know, out of their concern for their own safety, or maybe they're just dicks, whatever, right? But something like this, I can't think of why anybody would even do that, and I honestly hope this guy gets fired.
Yeah, I don't know. That's fucked up. That's really, I know. I heard about that, and I haven't watched the video because I don't have to. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't have to.
It's rough.
I get the gist.
It's rough.
Yeah.
It's a rough video to watch. Like, I just sat there in absolute horror while watching it, you know. And, so, you know, and I mean, I wish I hadn't watched it, but no, it's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So... But that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, wow, okay, that's pretty bad. Yeah, no, I know, I heard about that. I don't know. Gross, I don't know. There's only so much you can say. I think you basically said it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty. Yeah, wow. Pulled a needle off the record. Yeah, no doubt. Okay, well, yeah, as is my typical clumsy housekeeping, I was gonna say, I was about to tell people that they can review us in a variety of places, including iTunes and Facebook. I'm now no longer jarred by Terry's enthusiasm, because, you know, Ryan, you know, killed me, so, you know, hurt my feelings on the inside. Go ahead.
Muffin.
You can review us on Facebook too, which is like kind of a new thing, because if you happen to be a podcast or a show or something, you can now get reviews on Facebook. So go ahead and do that for us. And as well as iTunes, because, well, it helps people find us. I mentioned before, you can check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/TSC podcast. And you know what else you can do? You can call us. So you can go ahead and give us a call. I know we have a voicemail now. Did you know that, Terry?
I did not know.
Well, I know, right? See, that's pretty amazing. So maybe other people don't know, and maybe that's why they don't call. So see, you should call people. And you can call us at 1-587-997-4697. That's 587-997-4697. And yeah, go ahead and tell us whatever you want to. Maybe you're drunk at 3 o'clock in the morning. Maybe you have some really strong opinions about pierogies. I don't know what your deal is, but go ahead and tell us about it. Whatever. We're here, man. We're listening.
I like pierogies.
Do you? Do you have strong feelings about them?
No, I just love them.
Oh. Well, that's a pretty strong feeling.
Okay, then I have strong feelings about pierogies.
Okay. What's the best pierogi you've ever had?
Pierogies.
Ones I've made?
Oh. Well, that's a cheap answer.
How is that a cheap answer? Like, you gotta go and you gotta boil all the potatoes. You gotta make the dough. You gotta, you know, like, it's a frickin' process. All for like 30 minutes of enjoyment. And it's like 5 hours to make pierogies.
Well, yeah, but like, what was in them? Like, did you do something special? What made them special? That's what I mean. Like,
I made them, and I'm a damn good cook.
Well, okay then. Dear God, man.
Yeah.
Okay. I once tried blueberry pierogies at a food festival.
Yeah, I don't know how
a pierogi-related thing. Well, they were kind of good. They were okay.
I don't know.
They're not the worst thing I've eaten in a public place.
It's not the worst thing you put in your mouth.
No, by far.
No.
So,
yeah.
I used to be a smoker. Public service announcement. No.
I'm at almost. I quit smoking on December 26th. I'm still going strong. I did, yeah.
Wow.
So still going strong with that.
Have you replaced it with anything like heroin or vaping?
A little mescaline, but you know.
That's always good.
That's some ketamine.
Okay.
But I picked up a vape, and I've done it before with vaping, but I always found that I still needed a smoke every once in a while, sort of thing, you know. And with this time around, I'm vaping a bit, and soon I'll be getting rid of that.
All right.
But I'm also, my nicotine content is 45 milligrams.
Okay.
Versus the standard, like, 12 or 16.
Okay. That's your nicotine content?
Yeah, because
personally, as a human? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
There's a product called Juul, and it's a vape. And it's out of the States, and it's got a ridiculously high nicotine content. So you can get them with 25 milligrams or 45 milligrams, which again is I think the highest in most traditional vape juices is most people are around 12 milligrams.
Okay.
So I had the Juul, and the problem I had with it is it cuts off after like trying to take a pull on it. So it has no button, so I never felt like I was getting a full drag. So I actually took the juice. You can buy just the juice and all this, and then I bought a regular vape, and so I've put this Juul juice into a regular vape, and yeah, you can only take like small pulls on it to begin with. The other night, because if you don't, your heart will explode into your chest. It's a terrifying feeling when you take, and compare it to brain freeze, where you can't do anything. So the other night, I was like, I'm going to take the biggest pull that I possibly can. And no word of a lie, I was floored for about 45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
I was absolutely gibbled. Like, my heart was pounding. My head was just a freaking wreck. Yeah, like, I basically was half on my bed, half on the floor, just laying there, trying to take my next breath for about 45 minutes. Yeah, it was terrifying. I swear to God, I thought I was going to die. So, yeah.
Just to see what it would be like.
Just to see, yeah, like, and because I am smoking it more, so again, like, I'm introducing more nicotine into my body, so I thought maybe I had built up, maybe a little bit, but nope.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I will never do that again, ever in life.
Wow. Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty.
Yeah, like I said, my head and my torso were just laying on my bed, my knees were on the floor. And I just had my head to the side, like I say, just trying to take my next breath. And I'm drooling, and I'm like, it would have been I wish I had a camera going, because it would have been a sight to behold.
I bet.
Right? I was
the next time you do
wrecked.
something like that, set up the GoPro set up a camera across the room that you can't damage when you hit it. And go for it. Yeah.
No, there is no next time. I will. No, that was bad.
Fuck me. Well, at least you're trying to. Your end game is to quit. At least that's good.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. That's okay. Well, yeah. The worst thing I think I've ever done is smoked with the patch on, but that just feels shitty. Yeah. It just makes you feel shitty. But that's a lot of nicotine to pump into yourself at one time.
Yeah, it is. Wow. And it's that shit's dangerous. That shit is absolutely dangerous, and. With any of this stuff. So, I mean, yeah, like, your heart will fucking explode.
He's like, take it from me.
Imagine if I had been drinking a Red Bull at the same time. Holy Christ. Right?
Oh, fuck.
I would have died. Like, I would have died. I would have just shit myself and died.
Well, then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if anybody's looking for a way to off themselves this evening,
yeah, get a Red Bull and a vape.
Yeah, and a vape pen.
Yeah.
Good God. So are you ever, do you plan on ever, some people put a lot of work into, building vape pens and stuff like that. They know every little piece in them and special coils and shit like that. It's just crazy. Do you ever plan on being one of those people? Could you be a hobbyist that way?
Me?
Yeah.
No, not a chance.
No,
not a chance. Like,
even you're the one.
Even the first time I started vaping a few years ago, I saw that you could pack your own coils and I've had some really bad luck with coils, right? Like, I mean, I seem to burn them out pretty quick, and I don't know why. So somebody had suggested, well, just get the kit and pack your own coils, and I think I watched a video on it, and I went, nah, fuck that. Right,
it
and I
took
mean,
too much.
yeah, and I mean, yeah, and then building vapes and shit, and trying to do tricks, and no, I'm not that guy.
Okay,
right.
fair enough. Okay. Well then, that's. I was gonna say that's boring, but it's good. I have to support you in this because it means you're gonna quit smoking in the long run. So
absolutely.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Yay me.
Yay you. I haven't smoked in probably 8 years, something like that. I don't even know. But yeah, a while. It's been a long time.
Well, it's tough. It's tough to quit. So I mean,
it is tough to quit. So
anybody that figures out a way to make it work, whether it be like I was on, I'd taken Champex. A number of years ago, and it worked great. And then stupidly, I started smoking again, and then I tried Champex again, and it didn't work. So a few months back, I went on Zyban, and I didn't really find that did a whole lot for me. And then I found this Juul, and I knew it was a higher nicotine content, and I did want to quit smoking, so I thought, well, I'll give her a shot, try it again. And like I say, the Juul just wasn't doing it, but the juice had the kick. So I just bought a regular vape. And like I say, the day I bought the vape, I bought it on Boxing Day. I filled it up with juice, and that was it. That was it.
Tried to kill yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I almost died. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I mean, like, I had, I tried to have, like, a drag of Naomi's cigarette, and I've just been like, oh, that's horrible. Like, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even, even although it's only been 3 weeks, I can't imagine ever having enjoyed the taste of a cigarette. So it's fucked up.
Okay.
Wow.
Did you ever smoke, Terry? Like, are you ever forced?
Yeah, I did. I was on and off for a couple of years here. I used Nicorette lozenges because I tried the patch, didn't work. The gum just didn't work either. But the lozenges, the little tiny mints, that's what did it.
Really?
Yeah. So, yeah, I found those worked the best.
Huh. I wonder if it has something to get in. Something to do with getting into like your salivatory glands and stuff, like sitting in your mouth for so long, you just absorb it.
Yeah,
that way works for you. Yeah, like who knows? That's interesting. Maybe transdermal, like the patch, just works better for other people, and like whatever. I don't know. I tried the gum and the patch, but
and that's why there's so many different aids. Right? Whether it be a medication, whether it be a patch, a gum, a lozenge, a vape, whatever else is out there, hypnotism, right? Because everybody's different and everybody needs something different to kick it,
Yeah. Have either one of you, do you think you've been legitimately hypnotized at some point in time?
Nope.
No.
No? Okay, good.
I'd be curious, and I've thought about going to a hypnotist. I've got a bad habit of killing hookers, so I was hoping to get that get that cured with some hypnotism. Hookers are good, hookers are friends, all that shit, right? But I haven't done it yet. So yeah, So maybe one day I'll get around to it, but for now I'm keeping the street safe.
When I snap my fingers, you will no longer crave the blood of streetwalkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
but you know what? That hypnotism thing, that scares the shit out of me because, I watch some of these shows or whatever, and they got a bunch of people up on stage and they hypnotize them, make them quack like a fucking duck and shit like that or whatever. That shit kind of worries me a little bit. Like, if that shit legit would work on me, imagine the crap that some twisted, sadistic hypnotist could do to you. And you wouldn't even know. Right?
Yeah, and I think that's the more surprising part is like if it could be done that easily, wouldn't you hear about that more often? Like,
well, yeah, you'd think. I mean, you'd hypnotize, and I mean they make it look pretty simple. So you could go to the bank and just be having a regular conversation with the teller and be hypnotizing them, and then they give you $1 million. Like, and you never hear about stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know how much stock I actually put into hypnotism.
Yeah, I'm a little skeptical. But can you imagine you're serving like a 25-year sentence after you like rob a bank, like maybe take some hostages, shoot some people. Somebody snaps their fingers one day, and you're just like, "What the fuck?" You're just like ordinary Fred from The Office. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, that'd be that.
Well, and that's what I mean. Like, if it is a thing, and you go to a hypnotist to say quit smoking or killing hookers, he's got you. Yeah, he's got a vendetta against his neighbor, so he puts the neighbor's name and address into your head, and then you hear the sound of a phone ringing. Next thing you know, you hop in a car, you drive over to the neighbors, and you shank them a few times.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, no connection.
And then, like you say, just you hear that phone ring again, and bam, you're like, you're surrounded by blood, and you're going, what the fuck? You're in the back of a cop car with cuffs on, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So
you put a lot of thought into this.
I have. Yeah, I don't do a lot with my days, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Terry, where do you sit on hypnotism and killing hookers? You can just deal with them at the same time, whatever.
Yeah, neither.
Okay.
That's a good answer right there.
In both cases, it's just the mess.
It's a mess.
Yeah, okay. Well then. Awesome. I think we've covered a number of very important things today.
Yep.
Yes, we have.
We've talked about things I can't remember talking about. Discussed the future of D&D. Dove into some different things. And in the Patreon mini-sode that we did right before this, we got to learn a little bit about Terry and Ryan, and they got to know a little bit about each other. So, that was always educational. And if you want to know a little bit more about that, you can check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/TSC podcast. Look at me plug shit.
I'm still stuck on the mustard thing.
I'm like a plumber. Yeah, the mustard thing is just, okay. Well, don't tell them about it. We might have sensitive viewers.
Yeah.
So, sure. Okay, beautiful. So I think we can almost call it. I think we can call it a night. It's nighttime here. It's so much later than we normally record. It's like 5 hours later in the day.
But we're also like 4 days early.
But we're also 4 days early, so technically, are we late? Are we early? It's a question for the times.
It is.
It is.
We should take a poll.
It's going to seem like so long before we record again.
Yeah.
It's going to feel weird. Yeah. Okay. Terry, do you remember how this ends?
The big bye, right?
Yeah. It still ends
still do
that
that
way. Some things never change.
Some things never change.
Some things never change. So, thank you for listening. Now it's time for the outro. Bye! Bye!
Oh, wow, you guys went on forever.
Terry, quick, before it goes to the outro, why don't you tell people how the hell to get a hold of you on Twitter?
At DM Savage, if you want to get a hold of me on Twitter.
There we go. Okay.
All right. Sounds great.
That'll just fade out. Yeah, that'll just fade out. Okay.
Okay.
I know who has to do it.
Thank you for joining us on the Total Stickcast. The Total Stickcast is available wherever you listen to podcasts, including Google Play, Apple, Spotify, and Stitcher. We appreciate your ratings and reviews as they help other people find us and help us to grow. Please take the time to let us know what you think. The Total Stickcast is hosted and produced by Paul Johnson and features Ryan Blair and Terry Savage. You can connect with Paul Johnson directly on Twitter at OffTheLP or at everythingpaul.net. That's everythingpaul.net. You can find the Total Stickcast on Twitter and Facebook at Total Stickcast. You can also reach us by email at TotalStickShow@gmail.com. My name is Larry G. Jones, and this has been the Total Stickcast. Thank you for making us a part of your day.
TS Total Stick Podcast Network.